Alright guys, welcome back to a video. This is going to be a very special video. It's actually going to be the title update 9 uh, new additions, I guess would probably be the best way to word it. But anyway, let's just not sit here on the screen all day, and let's jump right into it. First things first, they added an update to reset the Nether. So if you have a Nether, say you built a world back in the beginning, it doesn't have a Nether fortress, so on and so forth. Now you can reset the Nether, and it should have a fortress. It should have the brewing ingredients, so at least you can work on that. And we'll go ahead and load this up real quick. Now there's a couple new additions. Other than just that, first you got the end, but I'll get to that in a moment. You got three different types of trees. Well, these are the two that I'm going to focus on mainly. This one, if you cut it down, you get spruce saplings, and you also get spruce planks. With spruce planks, you can make spruce stairs, and you can also make spruce slabs. Going over here, you got birch, which is kind of like a white color. You can also make birch stairs, birch slabs. So it's pretty cool. You got a little bit of different tones now. Second, if I jump over here, oh, come on, jump. And I hit this button, it'll open up the fence gate. So now redstone can now redstone can now open up gates. The only thing though is the redstone can't go underneath the dirt. It has to actually go directly into it. I've tried this for about 20 minutes to get it correct, and this is the only way that I've been able to find that actually works. There may be a different way, but I'm not so redstone savvy like a lot of other YouTubers. Going into here, wrong one. If you go into here, you could take netherrack and smelt it into nether brick. And then if you put 4 nether brick in a crafting table, you don't really need a craft table, you can use your inventory crafting table. It'll make a nether brick, which kind of have the same names. You think it would have a little bit of different name to it. I think maybe, I don't know. It doesn't really matter all that much, but. And then if you go in here and you put 3 nether brick on the side, you get a nether brick slab. This has already been in the game, making nether, but this is how you actually craft it, in case anyone didn't know. Moving on. Now, signs will now stack in a stack of 16 now, and same with buckets. I think bowls stack to 64, if I'm correct. So now you can constantly have 16 of these things floating up everywhere. Alright, so let me go ahead and put these back in here. And now, dispensers will dispense monster eggs, or any type of eggs, I really should say. So if I click here, got a creeper. And if I click this one, it's a skeleton, who's now burning. I'm sorry. And this one's a zombie, who's going to be on fire in a second. That's going to it's kind of clamming up everything. Here is a slime, which they can seem to jump over fences. It's kind of a little weird. There's a zombie pigman. And here we got a pig, who can jump directly over it. Get out of here. Go. Go. Thank you. Next is a sheep. Now, with the sheep... Oh. I had shears sitting in there, but apparently they just didn't stay in there. That's fine. Now, with the sheep, if you cut their wool, they will eat grass and regrow their wool. So we'll come back to him in a moment, because I don't think he's going to eat the grass right off the bat. Will you? Did you do that for me? You eat the grass for me? I don't think so. Now, if also in the same turn, if you put a bucket of water in there and also a bucket of lava, if you hit the button, it'll dispense the water and destroy my redstone in the back, because I had a crappy job setting it up. Same thing with lava, it'll dispense the lava. Let's go ahead here and get rid of it. Don't need it. Did he just escaped. You are not allowed to escape. You're supposed to eat first. Eat. Get back. I can't get you back in the cage. You're supposed to eat. You're not supposed to jump out of your cage like everyone else does. You gonna eat for me, or are you just gonna sit here and whatever, mope around? Fine. Now they've made a couple additions to the Oh, what is the name of that? Wow, I'm having such a bad day today. They made a couple additions to the Nether Wart. He's eating. See how it is? Oh, I came at the right time. Turn around at the right time. See him eating and his wool just grew back? Now, if we take him again and we clip him, only one piece of wool. Let me go ahead here and see if I can trap him in here. There we go. So now we should be able to see him eat constantly. But anyway, back to the Nether Wart. This stuff will now grow in the overworld, so you can bring it back from the Nether and actually grow it. And oops, I can't do that from here. But anyway, whatever. Excuse me. When you're in the actual Nether, it will give you the more of an option to get Nether by making it more frequently spawned. Anywhere that there is soul sand, it will spawn randomly spawn some Nether Wart inside the Nether. Also, they made it so the rooms inside the stronghold are updated with chances to have more of those. Next, vines are climbable, so you can sit here and climb up and climb down, climb up and climb down. Next, it would be item frames. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. And if you take your item and in creative, it's left click, it'll put one inside there, and if you left click it again, you can turn it in any which direction you want. So say I want it that way, and I want the helmet upside down, I can do that. Just a few more examples of what things look like. Put a bow, put some arrows. Yeah, I know, that's a lot of diamond. You can put some iron, you can put some diamond. Now, rotating that has no real use besides you could see the actual design changing. That's about it. That looks pretty cool. We'll leave it like that. Let's go ahead and grab some wood. You there. And we'll grab a bed and a book. So I'll put a book in there and put a bed in there. You can rotate the bed however you want. And then same with the book. This is also what the actual planks will look like once they are fully laid out. The white looks it looks cool. Oops, did not mean to do that. Quick filler. If you head your way over to the... Ooh, it's slime. I shouldn't have done this on a super flat world. If you move on over into here, you'll notice that there is a... Now, all blacksmith forges generate chests, and the loot inside them are different. For in this one, you got an apple, piece of bread, and a gold ingot. Will now fire charges. So now you can shoot things, light them on fire, so on and so forth. I don't know if these burn, but let's flick it a couple times. Doesn't really do much because it can only light up a 2-block space, I guess. But anyway, dispensers can now shoot fire charges, so that's one thing. They also retextured gravel, and if I head over here, I'll show you the retextured gravel. This is what the new gravel looks like. Not much. It looks a little. I do say it looks a lot better than the old one, but it's more of like a smoother texture of the old one. And now let me go ahead here and go over and grab my weaponry. Yes, I said weaponry. And I got 2 swords and that. And let's just fit ourselves for battle, because we're gonna go into the end. Which one do I want to use? I want to use the looting. So I'm gonna put the looting there. It has a good sharpness to it. Fire aspect, and then a bow. And we're gonna head into the end. Now, a couple of things I've noticed. One thing I've noticed: these buttons will not open if you shoot an arrow at them. So, like for instance, if I shoot this with an arrow, it's not gonna open. Which, not all that cool, but it's whatever. So we'll go ahead and we'll jump into the end. The end portal is built just like this. You can build it anywhere if you're in creative, so it doesn't really matter. You don't need to find the fortress. I didn't have to struggle and find a fortress. I could have to show you what the fortresses look like, but just to do this. And when you spawn, you'll usually... Whoa. You'll also notice there can be a lot of lag when you're playing in here. I've noticed that. Playing on peaceful, there's not quite as much lag, but there's still lag. Obviously, you can hear him flying around. I'll make sure to turn up the volume so you guys can hear this. But yeah, there's one major malfunction, and there is a lot of lag. This is an offline game, so it's not connection related. But you'll see a lot of lag like that, so dealing with them is going to be a little bit tricky. It was a little bit worse lag when I was in a friend's world, and wow, that is really laggy. Holy moly! And he's shooting at me already. He sees you in creative. But I was playing on a friend's world when we were just experimenting with it, and there was a lot of lag. Like, he would sit in place for like almost like he would sit in place for a couple minutes at a time. So let's go ahead and start taking out these crystals. Crystals definitely are blowing up faster than oh, come on. Am I getting lag? Okay. Alright, that's done. I'm just going to try to work through this a little bit quicker, so let's go ahead and destroy these real quick and get them out of the way. Yeah, they definitely... It's definitely very, very laggish. I wasn't thinking it would be so laggy going in here in solo, but it is really laggy. And I guess that's what happens... Ooh, that's interesting looking. But I guess that's what happens... Oh. Okay. Can I just punch them? Yes, I can. I did not know that. Get that out of my inventory. And we go in for the attack. But it's not quite as laggy if you take out those towers. It seems to be the towers that are really making it laggy. And there's him spitting his acid. And then he'll float down here for a while, which allow you to get a nice amount of hits on him. And you can also see exactly how much it takes. And this is using Sharpness 4 sword with looting and knockback. And it's just, it's taking a lot to get after him. So you could chase him near if you're in creative, but it does stop you. And let's go ahead here and start attacking. There is no, I don't think there's any critical spots here for him. And he's gonna fly back down here where we're gonna try to kill him. Come on, kill him. Now you'll notice. Oh, okay. So there's a big difference. Okay, I did not notice that. So it is perfect. I will explain in a second. You'll notice he will drop plenty of experience, a lot of experience, I should say. If you go by and you collect it all, I'm already level 54. Now I'm level 65. And collecting it all brings you to level... Is that all of it? I think that's all of it. Okay. So killing him will give you 78 levels approximately. That could be it could be different. When you're playing in a multiplayer, his health seems to, even when he's down to a little bit of sliver of health, he still seems to have a lot of health. Because it took an additional like 5 minutes of swinging at him to actually kill him. And then when he dies, he drops an Ender Egg. Now, you can't pick up the Ender Egg, and in creative, if you try to swing at it, it'll break, unless you use the left trigger. But as right now, I do not know how to respawn him. As you notice, it's not laggy anymore. I definitely think it's weird. You definitely heard the sounds. It was pretty, it was pretty epic. Now, if you click on it, it's just gonna pop it down over there. And I really don't know how to respawn him, but if you go and you get yourself a piston and a lever, and you do something like this, and you lay down the lever and you do that, it's gonna pop it off, and now you can carry it. So that still works, for like on the computer. So you can still do that. And then, oops, I did not want to do that. Give me that. There we go. There we go. Put that back up there. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Now, I did also want to note, you cannot get the Ender Dragon egg or Dragon egg inside this area anywhere. It's not in any of these availabilities. They did not give you the option for it. Probably more along the lines they didn't want to do that because it causes so much lag. That's the only reason I was able to think of. And as you guys saw, it gave plenty of lag. Now there is a void down there. This is the first area where you're able to see a void. It's not just blackness, it all looks the same. And if I, for instance... Well, I'll explain that in a moment. let's head back, and you'll see you get the end cutscene, which I watched for the first time earlier today, and I was a little confused by it. I thought it'd be like credits, things like that. No, it's actually some kind of story. I don't really get too much of it. I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing. I read most of it. It's two people talking about myself, Cheesy827, you know, in the game format and life and some other things like going really deep in a matter of all. But if you skip past that and continue, it'll respawn you. Respawn me quite far away. I was not expecting it to respawn me back there, but okay. And now if I go back in, I wanted to show you something here. If I go back in and head back into the end, you'll notice the music does stop immediately. I don't think he'll respawn. Yeah, he won't. Now if I jump off the oops, I still have an Ender Dragon Egg. Now if I jump off the edge here and fall all the way down, it will kill me, just like the Void. Even in creative mode, it will kill me. You died. When you respawn, it says you fell off the world. So you can die in creative mode. That's the only way how. I kind of wish that they would have had the allow you to make the Void for any world, like here, the Nether, also the end, because then for Skyblock Survival, things like that would be so much easier. I wouldn't still be working on it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. That is Title Update 9. That covers majority of everything. But either way, that's pretty much everything in Title Update. There's a couple bug fixes, a couple minor crash fixes and such like that, and a couple little like lighting fixes. But other than that, that's pretty much, these are the main things they've added in. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to see more, and have a beautiful day.